So, a very good afternoon. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon to you too. I'm doing really well. And what about you?
I'm doing fantastic and thank you so much for asking. So, as it's our first interaction, would you mind giving a brief introduction?
Yeah, sure. My name is Gaurav. I'm from Delhi. And when it comes to my educational qualification, I'm graduate. And after that, I started working in some of the multinationals. And presently, I am teaching English at my own institute. I have been teaching for more than 13 years.
Wow, wonderful. And you're from Delhi, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, I'll introduce myself.
Yeah, what we are. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Ah. So, as you know, my name is Priyanka Kushwa, and I'm currently studying in my master's MBA first year, as well as I'm running my YouTube channel. It's been a year, 1.5 year, you can say, and I just do conversation with learners and good speakers, and yeah, I'm also improving by this. So, this is a introduction about me, and I'm from Madhya Pradesh. I'm currently living in my hometown.
Okay, that's great. And I'm also running a YouTube channel. I was not very regular with that. I was not posting some of the videos that I was making because I was not getting that much time and content as well. Because I'm running an offline institute where I have to dedicate myself, and most of the time is consumed in that. So now I've started posting some of the conversational videos as you are doing. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah. And yesterday, like you upload a role play video as well, like your offline institute students were there, I
Yeah,
guess.
there was nothing planned like this. They were speaking, so I thought let's shoot that particular video and upload that because they are beginners. So that's what I did.
Okay. So I want to know like what inspires you to start a YouTube channel and like tell me your journey.
Honestly speaking, when I started, there was nothing like I wanted fame and or all those things because I started for my students, and there are a number of people those who wanted to take benefit out of it. And I also saw some of the videos of some other teachers, those who are posting their content on YouTube. So there was certain inspiration from them also. So, but later on, after the lockdown, like when the lockdown was imposed, we were all were locked in our rooms and our homes. At that very time, I was giving a lot of online classes, and I was not getting time. Even I did not pay attention on my YouTube channel at that time. So later on, I started thinking when I received a number of calls from different people through some of my videos. So I started that now I have to be very much like dedicated to my channel also, so that people can get benefit and I can be like accessible by those people, those who are from the remote areas.
Exactly, of course. And when it comes to YouTube, consistency mattered a lot. And to
Yes.
be very honest, because of my exams, I'm also not consistent that much. Earlier, I used to upload conversation videos every day. I do conversation like every day, but like editing and uploading, creating
Yeah,
thumbnails, a little
it is time
hectic,
consuming.
and it's
Yeah.
time consuming. Yeah, so that is the thing. But definitely, I'll continue. I'll be consistent here
So
as
what
well.
inspired you? Like I want to throw the same ball in your court also. So what inspired you to start a YouTube channel?
Okay. Basically, it's not like planned, as I was learning English after my class 12. So I thought, earlier I used to do conversation with my friend, 2 or 3 friends we used to do. But then, like whatever we consume on YouTube, right, it just pop up. So there one day there was a video, like, conversation video, learners are doing conversation and they were sharing their knowledge and discussing topics.
Mhm.
So I thought, let's do this as well. We can do this. And that's how I started my channel. And now I'm getting, like learners every day to connect. I'm receiving mails. So it's so interactive and I'm enjoying every bit of it.
Yeah, even I have started enjoying because I have uploaded only 3 or 4 videos, and I like my uh, mailbox is flooded with so many emails, and a lot of people want to connect and they want to enhance their communication skills. And it is a kind of a thing that, like, if I interact with somebody, so I it is also a learning experience for me also.
Yes, it's a learning, and as well as your it when it comes in your routine, you will feel more confident when
Mhm.
people appreciate us or when they give feedback. So it's so amazing.
Yeah, because by teaching students and by sticking to one particular place, I was not getting that kind of opportunities to explore or to enhance my communication skills that much. Because when you're talking to a student, so student wants to learn something from you. So I used to study a lot of things before going to the classes, but now there are a number of batches, and I was not able to pay that much attention on my own communication skills. So I started thinking that I need to hone my skills. So I started exploring more territories. So then I came across some of the videos which were uploaded by many people. So I came up with this idea. Then I should also do something like this so that I can enhance my communication skills as well.
Yeah, that's really good. And as you're teaching, it's been a 13 to 14 year, right? Like
Yes.
it's been a very long, and your
Yes.
command over the language is really appreciated. I like, the way you like address your message and in a proper form. So wonderful. And I want to know that, sometimes, when it comes to portion, have you completed like, or all those topics of grammar, or it's like on the way?
Most of them I have done, and if there are few other things, so I keep exploring different books, and I have almost 25 to 30 grammar books, foreign writers.
Okay.
So I try whenever I go to the market, even the booksellers know me very well. So whenever I go there, they simply pick all those new books and they keep it on the desk there. So I start simply juggling around with the books and whatever that I find interesting. So I pick that up because I like the conventional way of study. With mobile phone, it is quite distracting to study because one pop-up will come and you will be at like on Instagram or Facebook or some other applications. So I follow that kind of a thing.
Okay, that's wonderful. You like the conventional method of learning.
Yeah, that is quite convenient for me. I don't know about others. So like even
Yeah.
I really appreciate because I have heard you speaking and I have seen some of your videos also. So you speak really well, and even people like us learn a lot of things from those videos.
Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot. And I'm
Mhm.
still, learning. There is a lot more to learn, and we can be perfect because, it's a
Yes.
language. And even I believe that every day, you will learn something new in this language.
Yes.
No
Yes.
perfection, perfection plays for this. You have to keep continue learning like this, and
Mhm.
there is no limit.
This is a lifelong process, and a lot of people, like especially students, they come to me and they say that how long does it take to learn English, or does it take to reach at that certain level? So it is very difficult to answer that particular question because I will be in a difficult situation if I simply say that within 6 months or a year. So I simply make them understand that you can express yourselves, you can communicate with others within few months or a year. But if you want to get mastery on this particular language, it's a very long process because it's a language. It has a lot of expressions, emotions, vocabulary, and the way that you say things, pronunciation, grammar. There are a number of things that we need to work on.
Yeah. And of course, we have to focus on each and everything. We
Yeah.
cannot skip only speaking is not enough. Most of the, whenever I connect with even with YouTubers as well. So sometimes they said, okay, I'm just trying to, improve my communication skills. And that's why I'm having session. I'm not focusing on grammar, but I believe
Yes.
that everything matters when it comes to speaking. You can't skip any of the portion.
Yeah, like different people have different thoughts, but honestly speaking, you need to give equal attention to all those things because grammar is the soul of a language. How do you speak without grammar? Even you do not know whether you are saying something correct or incorrect. So grammar makes you more understandable. It gives you command on that particular language because a dialect and a language, there is a difference. Dialect is something that we simply speak
Yes.
without thinking about any grammar. So when it comes to a language, language has its own things that we need to take care of, like grammar, vocabulary, and a lot of other things. And many learners are engrossed into learning vocabulary only. So that is okay, but grammar should also be given attention.
Exactly. So think that earlier I was, my mindset was same, like I should not focus on, grammar this much because, but now I realize that when you know the fundamental concepts and, at least the core of grammar,
Mhm.
you feel confident while speaking. Okay, this is something I'm speaking right, and here I'm wrong.
And many people come to me and they also say that can we learn English without paying a lot of attention on grammar by learning some basic structures? Then I said, yes, you can speak, but the speaking part will be very limited. If you
Yeah.
want to be an impressive speaker, so you need something extra. So then you need to add some more like sugar into it if you want something more sugary. So that's what I need to make them understand. But sometimes they understand, and sometimes they think that learning English is just like a plate of noodles that can be prepared in like few minutes or few days. So it is like a time consuming thing. It takes a lot of time. It's a language.
So from your experience, like I want to know like what all, some of the topics would you like to suggest for the, initial like learners, beginners, like
Mhm.
you should complete at least these topics and then you can, proceed to your speaking journey.
First, we need to understand the learner, what exactly that learner's level is. If that learner is not able to understand even the basic sentences. So, for me, like a lot of students are from Delhi and some other, like might be from UP and Bihar. So, they understand Hindi. So, I take help of Hindi when they are not aware of anything. So, I make them learn some basic pronouns and nouns so that they can frame small sentences. So I start with the verb to be, and then I go for some other like sentences. First, we need to teach them model sentences, and we need to make them understand that. Please understand you are really well in Hindi. You are superb in Hindi. But when it comes to English, it is not at that. It is not matching the level of your communication skills in Hindi. So you need to just calm down, and you need to make some basic sentences. And when you learn a particular topic, rather than thinking broadly in that, you need to think basic sentences. Start describing things around you, because model sentences will give you ability to describe things, because verb to be, is am, are, and was, were. So these things will help you, and you need to learn some pronouns and some nouns in the names of the things. And once you understand that, once you get that particular knowledge, then you can explore some more tenses and other grammatical structures. So that's how I proceed.
Okay. Thank you so much for your like fruitful information. And I'll
Pleasure.
really consider it. And earlier I have started like this, basic, very initial, and now I'm exploring every day. I watch at least one or two videos of you on YouTube,
Mhm.
and that's how I learn. And as you said, you're a conventional learner, but I'm opposite. I just prefer to watch a video of any,
Yeah.
tutor, and I just continue my portion of grammar.
No, I do that also because there are many like wonderful teachers. They are well experienced. So I try to take a leaf out of their books. So I try to learn those like different concepts of grammar, because I do not. I know my limitations. So I need to extend my boundaries. So I simply go to those unknown territories where I can learn a lot of things. And YouTube is something, by sitting at home right now, I'm interacting with you, and you are also interacting, and there are many more options that you, or doors that YouTube and other applications open for learners. So that's why I am using them also. I'm a bit tech savvy also. I'm not saying that only conventional way of saying, because when I learn a particular word through a dictionary, so when I go through those pages, there are a number of other words which are associated with that. But when you want to check a particular word on the dictionary, online dictionary, so you should know that word, and that particular word would pop up. But when you go to those books, you can add more words to your vocabulary. So that's how I proceed. And grammar books are there, teachers are online, and now there is a lot of content which is available. So availability is such which makes people confused sometimes.
Exactly. I'm
So
just
that's.
about to say, because there is a lot more we can like information we have the access of. But
Yes.
and sometimes like many a times I get confused. Like, okay,
Mhm.
I should go with this or this because there are alternates are available everywhere.
And the problem is that like whom to follow. And a lot of learners, those who are basic or like beginners, they do not know what to watch and what not to. So they are not able to distinguish what is correct or what is incorrect. Nowadays, every Tom, Dick, and Harry posts a particular video without even knowing. A lot of people that I know, they are teaching incorrectly or their grammatical mistakes are there. But still, like people watch them. So what can I say?
Yeah. So when I talk about you, like what you consume on a daily basis to brush up your like listening skills.
Listening, I like YouTube is all about watching videos and all. So I go to podcast. I listen to a number of podcasts. I listen to there is one person, Elabadi or something. I'm not able to recall. Pardon?
Ranveer said.
Yeah, and
Uh,
I watch his videos sometime, and most of the time I go to Spotify. I listen to podcast, and I download YouTube videos in form of MP3 so I can listen to them. So I take my earphones and I start listening to them in bed, and I try to because we need to have artistic way of thinking, and that comes by listening to these kind of like content, and then we can use those words metaphorically, or we can use those words in a very different way. So when I'm sitting in my class, those ideas start coming, so I share that knowledge, and I also learn a lot of things from my students when they ask me questions. So that like gives me a lot of energy to go about different things that I do not know.
okay. And you are surrounded with learners as your teacher. So of course, and now you are having your channel. So everywhere you have the opportunity to, just brush up your skills and just polish your, communication skills.
Yeah, that is like it is a two-edged sword. I must say that when you're teaching somebody, so you do not get time for yourself, because
That is
teaching is something that I already know. So I'm teaching that. So I'll get mastery on that. What about the things that I haven't studied? So that's when we are lacking in time. Like right now I'm talking to you and we have already had a few exchanging of messages. Even I was not getting time, so it is difficult to manage time. So that's why sometimes I make my videos after 1 o'clock. I come
Mhm.
live even on my Instagram, GS the English Academy sometime, and I interact with my students because they have a fear of coming in front of someone. And another problem that I face, when students talk to you, so there is a certain hesitation. They think that they are being judged. So
Exactly.
I start taking those students, like I've started taking those students outside the classroom. Sometime we go to different malls where I give them tasks, go to that particular store, talk in English, ask for this particular thing, ask the price. So that's how they are gaining confidence now.
Wow, I really appreciate your teaching style because you're providing, such a like practical environment in order to, speak.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is something. Yes, carry on.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying something?
Yeah, that is something that I used to do. When I was learning English, I used to go to those places. I used to look for people whom I was able to communicate. Initially, it was very difficult, but later on, I started getting a lot of confidence and I was talking to them. Then I started striking conversations with strangers, and that's what I'm applying in my classroom.
Yes. And of course, initially it was like difficult for everyone, like to start a conversation because maybe the other person is not interested. What if,
Yes,
in the mall or somewhere we go?
that really comes in mind. That how like would that person take it? Might be that person would not show any interest.
In order to speak.
Mhm. So are you also teaching online?
No, I'm not teaching online. Earlier, I used to take home tuition, but
Okay.
because of my studies and YouTube, now I'm not getting that much time. So I'm just focusing on my studies and this YouTube. That's how I'm improving in that.
So apart from studies, you dedicate the whole time to YouTube.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Most,
Because
yeah.
yes,
Like my time is, like usually, of course, college studies are there, exams, maybe some events are there in the college, and then YouTube. So I'm already, involved too much in this two stuff. So I don't have like, that much time to teach at home.
So as you have been a learner, so like as you said that, so what kind of strategies or what kind of planning goes through into learning?
For me, what I believe is that, of course, complete the fundamental concepts and try to speak every day. There must be a 1 or 2 sessions. Earlier, I used to take three, four sessions per day, but it's not, it's like intensity is not matter, consistency matter.
Yeah, that's
So,
what matters the
yeah.
most.
So now I believe that just there should be one session so that I can practice my communication skills and I can practice like what all concept I have learned and I can inculcate in my conversation. Next thing is that I consume a lot. I listen podcasts, as you said, Beer Biceps, Ranveer sir.
Yeah.
I I consume, I think, a lot of his podcasts every day, and they are really long, 1 hour and more than that sometimes. So that's how I'm learning, and I'm trying my level best, what all I can.
Okay, that's great. Even like listening is important because a good listener can be a good speaker. That's what I always believe.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
And
So
mhm.
yeah, we have almost covered everything, right? Is there any question left
Yes.
before winding up the session?
Anything that you want to ask, you can ask.
I'm done with my questions.
All right. And how do you enhance your vocabulary or
Okay. So when it comes to vocabularies, whenever I read something, if I encounter any new word, I just, research about that, like what's the meaning and how I can inculcate in the sentences, and then I use it. So that's how I, might and get familiar of that particular word. So this is how I'm learning, improving my vocabulary portion.
Yeah, but sometimes I've seen that a lot of people are using different kind of vocabulary and they do not know how to use that word in a right context. So they simply come up with that word and they start using it, and that becomes very difficult for a listener.
Of course, they should know the like how to use and how to add in the sentences, because you cannot add anywhere new word. So that's going to change the complete meaning of that sentence.
Yes. Even I've started writing because earlier I used to write all those important words in my registers, my notebooks. I have started doing that again because this is something that I used to do, which makes me learn things for a longer period of time. By just
Yes,
reading something, it can, like I might forget that after some certain time because I do
yes, yes.
not get people to talk to. And now I've just started, so I'll be talking to a number of other people. So I hope I will definitely learn a lot of things from people like you and others.
Yes, and I really want to suggest, like, as a friend, like, I can tell you that please, connect with learners online, because they're, and like offline learning is okay because you are already doing it. You know the
Yes.
experience of how it look like. But when it comes to, online, when you come in front of like other people, YouTubers, so they have already, they have done something, or you can say they have, it's in their routine, so you will learn, and the confidence when it comes to in the meeting, it should be there. The way you interact, the way you behave, your eye contact, everything matters, right? So you will improve definitely.
Yeah, because I haven't done that a lot. I'm pretty much new with this conversational videos, but I've started enjoying that, and I definitely believe that in coming days I will be coming with a lot of other stuff.
Yes, and your command as you are teaching, it's been a very long time, and still I really appreciate the way you speak, the way you address your message.
Yeah, thanks a lot because I'm still a learner, as I said that. So when I watch videos, I try to observe that because pronunciation is very important when we deliver a message. It doesn't matter what you say. It what matters the most is how do you deliver that message. Sometimes you say harsh things, but your way of speaking is not that much harsh, so people might not take it otherwise.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, I agree with you.
So, like, I don't have anything to ask. So I think we should wrap it up.
All right. So it was really fruitful and informative session with you. I really enjoy. And thank you so much for your precious time. And it's been a very long time we were juggling something
Yes.
or the other. But finally,
Yes.
we have.
Yeah, it was a wonderful time talking to you also. I have learned a lot of things. And I hope in coming days we will have more interactive sessions like this, which might help others also.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
All
So
right.
take care of
Take
yourself.
care.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.